Well, hello everyone. Welcome to a brand new season, season 4 of the Reddit League, and we are back with some more casts. As always, my name is Atomo, and I am joined as always by Calamity. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Really excited to start a new season and even more excited to start that season in Japan. Today we have two Division 4 players for you, Paschtetli and LunacyEcho. Paschtetli returning from last season and LunacyEcho a brand new player coming to this one. Yeah, it's week 1, so no stats. Paschtetli did okay last season, Calamity. How do you think he might fare against a newcomer from preseason?
Yeah, Paschtetli finished 8th last season in Division 4B, which ended up only pretty much having one relegated player who even got to play a relegation playoff match because, well, Division 4A had 3 people disqualified via red cards. So if that weren't the case, he would have been in a lot more trouble, keeping himself out of that relegation fight. But that being the way it is, he was pretty safe from it, but still pretty far away from promotion, more so orientated towards the lower end of the table. Whereas Lunacy came 7th in preseason out of 27 people. So I think for Paschtetli, this will be a very, very difficult game and probably also a pretty difficult season. We'll see. He's moved over to Division 4A this time, and he's got a lot of very, very strong competition in that. So I think he might have a tough time to try and keep himself up there. But maybe he's used the off season to improve and work on his game, and we'll see a new Verstettlich this season.
Oh, indeed. Well, let's see how he can do against Lunacy in Japan. Japan, yeah, a very interesting map indeed. So hopefully will be a good seed, right? If you can get locations that are just in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, windy roads, 5 minutes of nothing. Hopefully we won't have any of that, so we have stuff to talk about and the players can find these locations. But should be definitely quite intriguing. So let's just jump right into this in round number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Rural Road,
Yeah, it looks like we
pretty common.
yeah, in some sort of, I don't know, it looked like not necessarily farm. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but some sort of,
Rice paddies,
yeah,
yeah.
some sort of agriculture. Uh, and yeah, not too far away from a town here. Let's see if they've got some good signs here.
Not quite. The outskirts of this of kind of Japanese cities always look like this, right? It's the sparse houses with the rice fields dotting the countryside, and so the trick is to get to the more built up part of town.
Mm.
There is a sign there for Paschtetli, but not really worth looking at. Telephone number,
Yeah,
but
that
that
one.
is not. Yeah, that's not an area code, unfortunately.
Is it not?
No, it's too short to be
Okay.
an area code. Yeah.
Yeah. But it does, like, just looking at the 53. The 53 is an area code, it's just not the
Yes,
area
it is
code
an
on
area
that
code.
telephone number.
No, but this is much nicer. The
Yeah.
National Road 13 and the 48,
Yeah.
Endo Spa and Barazaki.
The 2-digit national roads can be a bit annoying sometimes to find. Like, there's some of the bigger ones, so they stand out, but they're not as well ordered as the 3-digit
Mm-hmm.
ones. So
Yes,
sometimes if
yes.
they're in a bit of an odd place, you might take a while to find them.
Yeah, Lunacy has found the 13,
And
so we know
the
we're in somewhere in the Tohoku region.
he had a there
Now,
down there is Tendo. He's got it on his screen, but he hasn't seen it quite yet.
yeah, Pachetli's still looking for it, looking too far south in kind of the Kanto area. He's got to go up north.
Yeah, he's kind of probably, I'm assuming, has that problem of some of the numbers here look close, but he
Yeah,
doesn't know which direction he needs to go from here.
fortunately, he needs to go north, so he's going to look for more information in the meantime.
Yeah.
Lunacy slowly checking this road, looking for the intersections, the 111 and the
Oh, there we go.
279.
There's the 279.
Yeah, hopefully that's the right prefecture. It is a prefectural road, so if you
Yep.
found it in the wrong one,
That would be annoying.
that would be annoying. Couldn't quite tell. He was zoomed in quite a bit as he was scanning. I don't know what prefecture he actually ended up putting that pin down in.
Yeah, Paschtetli's really
There
focused
we
on
go.
this.
Yamagata, that'll help him out quite a bit.
Yeah, Paschtetli's really focused on this central area of Japan, and I've got no idea why.
If he hasn't seen it by now, these numbers are big enough. He should have moved on to a different region
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure. Minute 40 left to go. Now, Lunacy with Yamagata and these signs will have a much easier time trying to figure out where he is. The beautiful sign. I wish I would have seen it when I played. I did not.
Well, he's finally arrived in Tendo.
There we go.
There's also the 279 again, yeah.
The 279 as well. Just about a minute left, and yeah, still way in the wrong area for Paschtetli. Really just focusing in on this region around Nagoya. That's not going to have the information. And he's kind of coming to realize that. This is when it really just pays to just like give up. I'm not finding it. Just check somewhere else. Maybe you'll spot it in the last 30 seconds, but it's not here.
Yeah, I'd really like to
Right.
know, Paschtetli, if you're watching this, tell us why you were so focused on the central part of Japan. Did you
Yeah,
see
maybe he's
something
yeah.
that you thought, oh, I recognize this, and it was somewhere around here, or what was it?
Yeah, I think he saw like the 44 or 43 or something like that and thought, okay, 48 has to be close, but no, it doesn't.
And
Unfortunately for
it
Japan.
really doesn't know.
Yeah. Lunacy there trying to figure out which rice paddy we're in.
Yep, pretty
These
much.
perfectly square roads are
Yeah,
everywhere in the
almost at the
countryside.
right place. There we go. Bit further south.
8 seconds left. He'll
Oh,
guess a little bit early, and it will be just enough to get him an ace.
got a bit lucky
30
there.
meters away. Yeah, unfortunately for Paschtetli, though, he put his pin way down there in the kind of Kanto region with 1,822 points for him in that one. Yeah, just a good lesson on not getting too fixated on a region when you can't find something there, Calamity.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always hard to say whether he did something. I mean, obviously he did something wrong, but it's hard to tell why he did that without knowing his thought process. Maybe he thought he had a practice round where he saw Tendo and he knew exactly it had to have been somewhere around here, but maybe just misremembering, or maybe there's a different Tendo. I don't know. But
Yeah, something like that.
just from what we saw of him doing, it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That means he starts and off quite a few points behind the perfect score of Lunacy as we get ourselves set up for round number 2 here.
Yeah.
And no painting on the road, but the road looks relatively new.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a weird intersection we had there at the start.
Paschtetli heading south, north for Lunacy, well, at least northeast. So they're going to see quite a bit of different information.
It looks like some sort of weird mountain town.
Yeah, which is kind of all of them.
Well, true, but I feel like it looks a bit too, like all of the houses look too well built for normal mountain towns in Japan.
Yeah,
Like a
well,
bit
maybe
too
it's a
big.
mountain town. Yeah, it's a mountain town, but it's not a rural mountain town. That might be a good way to put it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's closer to something.
It looks like Paschtetli has found at least some sort of bigger road, at least one that looks like it may lead to civilization, while as Lunacy kind of just walking up the mountain into the forest, which certainly looks nice, but I don't know if he's going to find any information there.
Yeah, it's getting narrower and narrower. He will go back to the start and try the other direction because that doesn't seem to be paying off for him.
Yep.
Bentley has unfortunately gone a better way in terms of at least what could be coming his way, but he has yet to see anything. Painted roads are always better, but
yep.
Welcome to rural Japan. Ooh, there's Mount Fuji for sure, south of us. So we are going to be somewhere in the Yamanashi region. At least he knows where Mount Fuji is. That's very nicely done. Those of you who are saying, how could that possibly be Mount Fuji? Aren't there many mountains like that in Japan? No. is the answer. Mount Fuji is very unique in the sense that it is not part of a big range of mountains. It stands out all by itself.
Hmm. It looks like Lunacy has also made it to somewhere where it's a bit more populated, but there we go. There's
we
Route
go.
20 in Kofu, which
And
is right
Kofu,
next
that's
to
a
him.
perfect sign. Now to start zooming in and knowing we traveled quite a way to get there.
Gotta find a 616.
Yep. Lunacy trying to catch up to a similar sign. He has got one. There we go. Nirasaki, Central Nirasaki. No road numbers, but plenty of city names. He'll check out the other signs to see if there's a number. Nope, but there is Kofu.
Yeah, Paschtetli in the meantime has found a 616 and is pretty much in the right area. It's just about whether he's got anything to help him pinpoint.
Yeah. Now you see, Lunacy hasn't got a road number, but he does have that green IC sign for Nirasaki, and that sign means that there is a national like express road that are very easy to spot, and those big intersection signs do stand out on the map. So if he knew roughly Kofu area and he looks for that, but I don't know if he does. He doesn't appear to know where Kofu might be. He
I wouldn't assume
seen
so.
Mount Fuji either, so
yeah, Kofu.
That's an area code.
Yeah.
The 5. That number is long enough. So that helps him. If he knows, he does know we're somewhere in that area.
Yeah, Kofu stands out massively on his map there, but it's not quite seen it yet.
Not quite registered.
I mean, it's perfect. It's definitely possible that that's not the one thing he was looking for in particular right there. He might have been looking for Nirasaki or something like that.
Yeah, but now he has found Kofu with 30 seconds left. Paschtetli's advantage just kind of evaporated. He's not anywhere close, Lunacy, but he is not going to drop too many points. Oh, there is the Nirasaki interchange. That helps him out a bit. Now I'm going to find the start location. So yeah, now any advantage in the last about 15 seconds evaporates for Paschtetli completely.
Yeah, it's also
he won't far further behind, but he won't be gaining much ground at all.
You can see there on Paschtetli's screen, it's a mess of just roads everywhere there, so it's horrible to pinpoint.
And sorry about that. Let's try to get his actual score on the screen. It's too fast. 4,970 for him. He will beat out Lunacy by 43 points. 4,936 for him. But slow start to that comeback, Calamity.
Yeah, it's a few points to start, but he's gonna need some bigger mistakes by Lunacy if he wants to come all the way back. But maybe, I mean, you never know really how well other people will be performing in your division. So even if you think you probably lost the game, maybe you can still go for like the bonus points for finishing in the top half. So you definitely want any good rounds you can get.
Yeah, and that's certainly a start in round number 2. Well, let's shift over to round number 3 for these two to see if they can continue his comeback.
More rice fields?
More rice fields, long straight road. Welcome to suburban Japan, suburban Japan. That's a cell phone area code, unfortunately.
Well,
90.
That's unfortunate.
It's a mobile,
Oh, but there's a 55, yeah. Pretty much the same area.
He knows his area codes, yep. And we still have yet to see one of those nice prefecture road signs that has the prefecture written in kanji on it that the players could have been practicing. And there it is. As I say that, Lunacy just goes right past one.
Yeah, I'm assuming not many of them actually did practice that, but some of them might have. I know Radox did. I know you probably don't even need to practice them. You probably just know them.
Yeah, I just know them. But Paschtetli went past 2 of them. There's another one right there. They don't even seem to really take notice of them too much, which I guess if you don't read kanji isn't really worth it.
Yep. Oh,
but those signs, even if you can't read the prefecture, they do have, usually in the Latin alphabet, they have the neighborhood and city underneath it. So they are worth looking at because that little white box underneath contains local information that's usually in Latin alphabet, so you can read it. So
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Really?
Yeah,
If they'll ever pause long enough to show you,
yeah.
we can take a look. Lunacy, on the other hand, heading way out into the middle of nowhere. Not sure what he hopes to find. Maybe a major road and an intersection that has some distance markers. They have both seen plenty of number signs for prefectural roads, but have not really been able to figure out what prefecture they belong to.
Mm. And
There's the
Lunacy's
Kano River.
Lunacy's made it into the region where the blue signs that tell you where to go are only in kanji and no Latin anymore. That's always the area you want to get out of as quickly as possible.
Yep. That means you're really in the boonies in Japan when they stop putting things in Latin alphabet. Here we go. Paschtetli, really good. The one. Hakone. Yep. Mishima Station. Shizuoka, that's the big clue.
Yeah, but it looks like Lunacy's also already found his way to the right place. As Paschtetli goes past Numazu on his map. And into Tokyo. But he started close to Numazu. You should find it soon enough. Yep.
He's got it.
All right.
And there's actually quite a bit of information around the start point of interest, maybe to be able to find. Still a minute and a half to go. They've got time to work with.
Both I don't know where he's going, Paschtetli.
Yeah, he's found the city. I don't know.
Yeah, there's Hakone as well.
I was actually watching Lunacy for a bit because he was traveling away from the starting location as well.
Yeah. No, Paschtetli, go back. Go back to the west.
You found the towns. Yeah.
Yes. There's Mishima as well right there on his screen.
Yeah.
Usually
maybe.
Yeah, usually the station is probably the biggest, like the town you're closest to.
Exactly. I think it might be a bit of just uncertainty. He's not that confident in what he's been seeing. And his knowledge of Japan, I guess, just second guessing himself a lot.
Yeah, seems to be. Like what he's currently looking at seems like it's high in the mountains just from the way the road looks. So that
Lunacy,
can't be it.
On the other hand, trying to figure out where he might be.
He's almost there.
Pretty close. Yeah.
He's one road too far to the south and maybe a few hundred meters over in the wrong direction, but he's close enough. One more. There we go.
Stop.
Yeah.
And again, Lunacy is really kind of showing maybe why he's in that Division 4 area, is that he's finding these locations, but literally with like 10 seconds left to go.
Yeah.
So if you drop points, if you drop that time rather into Division 3 or 2, he probably wouldn't have been able to keep up with that. Yeah, 4999 for him. Paschtetli not too far off again, but just really second guessing. He had his pin practically where the actual pin is, and moves it with a few seconds left to go. 4,708 for him, so he'll fall a couple hundred more points down. Unfortunately, Calamity.
Yeah, and again, it's really hard to logically explain what he's doing from my perspective. He's found all the information, he's seen it on the map, and he's just not putting the pin there, which cost him only 300 points in this scenario. So it's not too bad, but he's pretty far away from a win here. We'll see what the last two rounds have to offer.
My YouTube decides to play nice. We will get set up for round number 4. There we go. And
Hokkaido.
Yeah, I was about to say, I want to say Hokkaido, but then he moved and I go, maybe not. But nope, there are the arrows for Paschtetli, and I was pretty sure I saw the Hokkaido cabbage for Lunacy. So we are in Hokkaido somewhere.
Yep, Paschtetli knows at least that these arrows indicate that.
Yeah, very good clues.
It's been there for now.
Yeah, they're both headed the same direction.
Yeah.
Paschtetli just had a bit ahead. Maybe this video's a bit ahead. Probably the main reason why, by a second or two.
Yeah. As far as I remember from playing the seed, not the direction you want to go in.
Yeah, this the road has become less painted. There's Hokkaido written in kanji, if you're ever curious. They're both looking at that sign together.
Yep.
But yeah, stick with painted roads is usually a good clue in Japan.
Yep.
And they both, at almost the exact same moment, decide that that's what they want to do.
I
Jumping
think
back to the start, heading south.
I think about like 200-300 meters further would have been a dead end anyway, but they both decided to turn around earlier.
Yeah, that gate on the road is a pretty good clue. As well, you should turn around.
He shouldn't have.
Hokkaido.
He shouldn't have turned around.
Lots of signs for Hokkaido, but they have yet to see a road number of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
There's some parks, but again, no road number.
Wasn't there? There is a road number there, 447.
Oh, there is one right there.
Just
447.
Just a prefectural road. But I guess if it is in Hokkaido, do you know? Are they prefectural road, or are they sometimes like just for smaller designations too?
No, the shape of the sign is prefectural.
Okay, so in all of Hokkaido, there can only be one 447.
Yes.
Okay. So technically, yes, you can go look for that if you want.
Yeah. The thing is, it can start and stop and restart again. So, like, you can find a section of the road in the northern part of a prefecture, and it will merge with the road. It will not lose its designation, and it will keep it all the way down to when it splits off again.
Well, then we'd rather look for the 229 now, wouldn't we?
Yeah, and thankfully Paschtetli has found that. Futsu might be a big enough city to find. I don't remember.
I know through all of my Hokkaido that the 229 is on the northwestern side. Well, kind of southwestern side here, actually.
Yeah, that part of that peninsula.
Yep. So again, he's found the right place a bit quicker than Lunacy, but
Lunacy now just seeing that sign at the same time. About 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. Now he needs to remember that 447. Start looking for that. That's not too far away either.
Mm-hmm. He need to be a bit more zoomed in to find that.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gone over Sutsu, completely ignoring it.
Again?
Yep. Multiple times now.
There we go. So now Paschtetli actually knows he's at that intersection of those two road numbers, 447, 229.
Yeah, the sign tells both of them that Sutsu is to the north.
Yeah, and Paschtetli's looking to the north, not looking to the south of the city.
The sign also tells them that Shimamaki is also to the north, which is another city that's a bit further, southwest of Sutsu.
Yeah. In the meantime, Lunacy has not only caught up, but he has found the 447, which means he is now, in terms of positioning, ahead of Paschtetli in his pinpointing process. And again, less than 20 seconds to go. He gets really close. He feels like he's got a good handle on where he might be. Paschtetli a bit too far south. 4.370 for him. 4.963 for Lunacy. Off the main road. He didn't believe he started on the 447, which is not hard to believe, but unfortunately he was. So he'll drop a few points there, but he'll continue to build up his lead against Paschtetli. So Calamity, we've seen after 4 rounds, Paschtetli really kind of taking often an early lead. He finds information he starts looking for on the map, but then it just all that momentum dies, and Lunacy kind of just keeps chugging along.
Yeah, Paschtetli, just from what I've seen so far from him in this game, like he finds all the information he needs generally relatively quickly, but then it just looks like he doesn't really know what to do with it. And he's just kind of looking at the map, and there's not really any progress. It kind of feels like he's just looking at the map and hoping that something will reveal itself. And yeah, it just looks a bit lost. It might be just that he's not had that much practice in Japan, so he doesn't really know what he should be looking for on a map. That might be the case, and then he just ends up kind of trying to... I don't know what he's trying, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's obvious he's picked up some Japanese skill. Like, okay, I know where Mount Fuji is. I know some of the Hokkaido signs,
Yeah,
like the arrows and the cabbage and such. But then actually, like using the road numbers and the signs to triangulate his location is still a bit tricky for him in this. And Lunacy just seems, while he doesn't know Japan as well, he does seem to be able to just do GeoGuessr
yep.
better, if that's a way to put it, right? He can triangulate his location, he can find it on the map and drop his pin very nicely. Well, let's get into round number 5 for both of these. Quite the lead for Lunacy, 19,898 for him, 15,870. So win all but wrapped up.
Yeah.
Hokkaido again, given the cabbage and the arrows.
And that should guarantee it. Beautiful signs there for Lunacy.
Yeah, the 38 Shimizu.
There's also
Far away, nice to find.
Central Furano there on his screen and on his map as well. So he's pretty much secured his win with that. Now it's just about maybe getting another ace, getting a bit more confidence, securing yourself a good result. Because at this point, probably he doesn't know how Paschtetli did. So he's just trying to get as many points as possible.
Yep. Again, Paschtetli quickly to get into Hokkaido with the information, but then again, just kind of passing over. I don't know, there we go, finally. Moves back to it. Beautiful golf course to the side. And I actually, when I was playing this, was like, there's no way the golf course is accurate on Google Maps. And it is.
It is accurate. I chose the wrong bunker to pinpoint myself with, but
yeah, and I was really surprised. Like, there's no way the bunkers are accurate on this thing. I cannot use that to pinpoint. I should use something else. But as you can see, Lunacy also using the wrong bunker there.
I'm pretty sure
it's properly labeled.
I'm pretty sure I picked the same bunker Lunacy did.
Yeah. You missed the fact that there's a green as well, not just a bunker. And
yeah.
I was like, that's a green with a flag, but there's no way that's it. And it was. So, Paschtetli still over 2.5 minutes to go, and he's on the right stretch of road. He just needs to take note that there's a golf course right there. Make sure the river's on the right side of him, not on the left side, the correct side, not the right side. There we go.
On the right left side.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bridges generally should help you there. There's 2 major bridges crossing, well, 3 actually with that one, crossing the river. So if you just travel for a bit and look at all of those, technically looking at one of those would be enough, but if you just want to make sure you look at all of those, it should be relatively straightforward to know which section of the road you're on.
Indeed. He's pretty much got where he is now.
And he also just went into that sort of weird, almost Gen 1-ish camera style that I didn't know Japan had before I started practicing like just a few games in Japan, and then I found it like every other round, what felt like.
So yes, Paschtetli, that is where you are now. Please go back to the start. There we go.
We're getting there.
He's getting there. He's still got 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
There's no points for being fast in this competition, just being accurate. So definitely use all that time. Make sure you get as many points as you can. Let's see if he checks out the green here to judge himself off of. Checking road direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a pretty straight road there.
Yeah, there's the green and the bunkers. Let's see if he checks the golf course. Doesn't appear like he's actually looking at the golf course too much.
Nope.
He's probably thinking the same thing I did. There's no way this stuff is accurate. But hey, he's gonna give it a shot and guess a little bit early, and it will pay off. An ace for him in this one. So unfortunately, a loss for Paschtetli going into this one. Total of 20,870 points. To Lunacy's 24,897. Didn't leave a whole lot of room for Paschtetli to do anything with. But good shot at bonus points, maybe 20,000. Not a bad score overall. And finishing up with an ace. So
I wouldn't be hoping for bonus points with 20,000 points, almost no matter the country. Even like Division 4 is getting stronger and stronger with every season as well. And I doubt 20,000 will be enough, especially considering how it wasn't that hard of a seed. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a rough start for Paschtetli. So in a country he looks somewhat familiar with at least, but a very strong start for the newcomer. And Lunacy showing why he was ranked pretty well in the preseason. 24,897 points is a very nice score in any country. So thank you all for watching. We've got a bunch more of these week 1 videos here in Japan to bring you, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Bye.